Hey guys, so this video is about people thinking that we're currently in the end times. And so I've seen some people online and they're saying that the end times began in September 22nd, 2017, and we're currently, that would mean 3 years into the last 7 years spoken about in Revelation. And this would mean that the sixth seal has been opened and we've seen the first five trumpets, I think. And if you look at those 5 trumpets, then it's the hail and fire mingled with blood cast upon the earth, the mountain burning with fire cast into the sea, the greater star called wormwood falls upon the rivers and springs. 1/3 of the sun, the moon and the stars are darkened. Star falls from heaven, which is the locusts start to come up from the bottomless pit. And so we've seen, hi there, so we've seen those 5 trumpets take place already, and to me this just doesn't seem in any way possible. Because the magnitude of those trumpets would be so incredible that no one on this earth would be able to understand anything of their previous history. And so the people who think we're in the last, we've already completed 3 years of the last 7, I think don't understand that these trumpets would have been absolutely catastrophically devastating for everybody in this world. And so that's my first comment. That would mean also that they believe that the Antichrist is about to be revealed in, I guess, 6 months' time, and then the plagues are going to come, and the bowls, and then we would see the return of the Messiah in about 4 years. And to me it's just far-fetched fantasy. I can't understand how anyone believes that this is what's currently going on. And I would say that when you look at what's happening with this coronavirus thing and the 5G involved with this, and the patents that Bill Gates is filing with 60606060 patent, this looks like it's some serious microchip agenda. And I would guess, although it's only a guess because I really don't think many people can work out a lot of the things that they're up to. My guess would be that they're planning to fake the end times in starting 2025, going through to 2032 for 7 years, and they'll do an okay job at making it look like it's the end times. And many Christians will believe it's the end, and I think that having a healthy level of skepticism about the kind of technology which they have when you investigate things like HAARP and directed energy weapons, and yeah, they could potentially fake an end times, I think. And there's also another thing, which is that there's a thing called the grand solar minimum, which is the cycle of the sun. And every 400 years, many people say that there's a natural cycle of cataclysms. So many people say we're entering into one of these solar minimums, and it's going to cause earthquakes and floods and all sorts of devastating effects, volcanoes. So the way I'm trying to organize my Christian life is more in line with the teachings of a guy called DGS, Delta Gamma Sierra Dinakaran. That's DHINAKARAN, and for me he's the most interesting teacher that I've come across, and he's all about the love and the compassion of Christ. And the friends who I want to spend time with are the ones who are going out and telling people very, very kindly, hello guys, Can I ask you guys, do any of you have any pain at all in your bodies? Any sore back or sore knee or sore leg or anything wrong with you at all? Yeah, like, do you have a sore, it's nothing to do with this coronavirus thing, it's just, do you have any sore pain in your body, your ankles or knees or backs or anything? No, it's a strange question. I'm just asking because I'm a Christian and I pray for people and I see people getting healed. So I'm just asking for this reason only. But yeah. But you don't have any illness or pain anywhere in your family? No, everyone's perfectly healthy? I'm sorry? Good, I'm glad for that. Where are you from? Huh? Where are you from? Poland. Poland, okay. Dziękuję. Ciao, ciao. You too. So yeah, so that's what I think we should be doing, and praying for people, and if they have any illness, we can pray, and we can, maybe that's caused by some sort of demonic activity, we can find out. And so this is what we should be doing. And I think also I used to be someone who was very interested in the different conspiracies that are happening, you know, the nature of the earth that we live on and many other things. And I'm moving away from this because I think that if I was to tell these people here, for example, that, oh yeah, have you heard that the 5G is the coronavirus, and they're not lying to you about this or they're lying to you about that, they might associate my talking to them about the gospel with these ideas, and that might not be good for the message that we're trying to convey, which is one of love and also righteousness, and mainly love. So that's my personal way of working with this. And then what else do we got? There was also when Joshua made the sun stand still, and so these are the kind of massive events that take place in biblical history. And if we are to imagine that the 6 trumpets have already taken place, we have to think that these 6 trumpets are somehow less than Joshua making the sun stand still. And when you think of the long history, which could be 7,500 years, or it could be 75,000 years, or 7 million years, who knows, the long history of this world, you would think that the last 7 years there would be some momentous things that take place on these trumpets. But the people who think that we're in the end times now, they would say that these momentous trumpets are kind of hidden from everybody. So it doesn't make sense to me. And then yeah, and so I think these people who say that we're in the end times now, they're likely going to move on to the next 7 years, 2025 to 2032, being the end times. And I think they'll likely be wrong again. And of course the enemy can then use that, the fact that Christians say it's the end all the time, to further discredit them when the end does eventually come. It's like the boy who cried wolf. We just say, oh, the wolf is coming, and eventually nobody believes us. So yeah, and then what else? Yeah, I think a difficulty with the people who say the end is here all the time as well is that it might make Christian women less likely to have a family. And so we want Christian women to have families because we want Christian babies to be raised and to then do the work of the kingdom. So that's a difficulty. And yeah, as I've said in the last video that I made, I think that the end times is 1200 years away, and that we're currently in year 7500 from Adam, which means we're 1200 years from the end according to the 10 weeks of Enoch. And that we've got all sorts of wonderful things from the likes of Elon Musk and Bill Gates and all their successors and their ideas that they have for ways to trick people into not understanding the gospel. So there's a long time, and when you watch things like Black Mirror or all these kinds of shows, you can see that the ideas they have for us, they might need 1,000 years to complete them. So yeah, and also I don't claim to really know anything. If I would suggest that you don't listen to me at all, and you just work it all out for yourself, or just don't bother with any of it and just go about the preaching of the word and try to live a life of that's good and just and peace and all the good things. Yeah, and also the end could be tomorrow, because God can just decide that he's not going to bother with the book of Revelation and the 7 years if he wants to, and just cut it short. It can be right now, 2 minutes time. So I'm open to those ideas as well. Although one thing I would say is that when people say that the end is going to come like a thief in the night, it's clear when you read about 3 passages after that that it's only going to come for a thief in the night for the people who don't believe. And for the people who believe and study, it will be very clear, very clear that it's the end. So that's another reason to not believe that we're currently in the end times, because the people who believe are going to see very clearly that it's time to get out of Babylon and leave the cities, all these wonderful things. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I would say that my primary motivation, one of my primary motivations at the moment is to try to not take this vaccine that they want to give people. I think it's likely that it's not going to be good for you, and that's a concern for me and my wife, and we don't want to end up in a situation where they're vaccinating our children as well. So we're looking at ways to avoid their vaccination program, and I think that might be quite difficult. So I think that's something for Christians to consider at the moment, or for everybody, not just for Christians, for anybody who's concerned about their health. So that's it. Okay, I'll just say that God bless you all if you watch this, and again, just my opinion, and I really don't suggest that you take my opinion on board too strongly. You just work it all out for yourself, and may the love of Jesus Christ abound greatly in all of you who see this, and lots of blessings to you all. Bye bye.